Welcome to English Podcast Academy. My name is Amy, and today's story is simple. No drama, no big surprises, no lessons or grammar rules. Just a quiet, real day, like the ones we all live through. Maybe you've had a day like this. Woke up, got dressed, went outside, had a short chat. Nothing special. But still, something stayed with you, because in these ordinary days, real English lives, not the English from textbooks, not the kind people say in presentations, but the kind you hear when no one is performing, when people are just being people. In this story, you'll recognize almost every phrase, not because you studied them, but because they're all around you. In cafes, on buses, in parks. So today, don't worry about learning something new. Just listen. Let the rhythm feel familiar. Let the phrases fall into place. And if something feels familiar, that's the point. It means you're already closer than you think. Her name is Salma. She's 22 years old and studies architecture at university. She's the kind of student who sets alarms but sleeps through them. On Monday, she woke up late. Again. The room was still dim. She looked at the clock on her bedside table and groaned. Oh no, not again. In a blur, she jumped out of bed, grabbed her phone, and ran to the bathroom. She brushed her teeth while checking her class schedule with one hand. She tied her hair up in a loose bun, then grabbed the first shirt on the chair. Good enough, she muttered, not even checking the mirror. In the kitchen, her roommate was already eating cereal, spoon in hand, scrolling through her phone. She looked up and raised an eyebrow. Running late? Salma gave a tired laugh. As usual. She poured coffee into her travel mug, forgot the lid, and, of course, spilled some on her bag. She closed her eyes for a second. Perfect timing, she whispered, wiping it off with a napkin. Outside, the air was crisp, and the bus was already at the corner, engine running. She ran, hard. The driver saw her in the mirror and thankfully waited. Just barely. She climbed on, still catching her breath. Thank you, she said, tapping her card. No problem, the driver replied with a nod. At the university gate, her friend Lily was waiting, waving one hand and holding a coffee in the other. You made it, Salma gave a half smile. Barely. I need more sleep. They walked to class side by side, stepping over fallen leaves. The professor walked in, dropped his bag on the desk, and said, Let's get started. Salma opened her notebook and frowned. I forgot my pen. Without a word, Lily handed her one. You're the best, Salma said, smiling. No worries, Lily replied, already writing. After class, they stopped at a small cafe near campus. The place smelled like warm bread and coffee. Salma ordered a sandwich at the counter. One tuna, please. No onions. The server asked, To go or for here? For here, she answered, glancing at the window seat. They sat by the glass. Outside, people passed slowly, bags in hand, headphones in ears. Lily chatted about her weekend trip to the lake. Salma nodded, chewing her sandwich, then suddenly sneezed. Bless you, Lily said without missing a beat. Thanks, Salma replied, sniffing. They both laughed. Later that evening, the light in the apartment was soft and golden. Salma walked in, dropped her bag, and took off her shoes with a sigh. I'm exhausted, Her roommate looked up from the couch, a blanket over her legs. Long day? Salma gave a small smile. Same old, but not bad. Oh no, not again. This is what people say when something frustrating happens for the second or third time. It shows a mix of surprise and annoyance. Imagine waking up late for class again, just like last week. You look at the time and mutter, "Oh no, not again." It's honest. It's real. Everyone's been there. Perfect timing. This phrase is often used sarcastically when the timing is actually very bad. Let's say you spill coffee on your shirt right before a meeting. You roll your eyes and say, "Perfect timing," not because it's perfect, but because it's the worst possible moment. That's the humor. Bless you. This is what people say when someone sneezes. It's quick, automatic, and polite. You're sitting with a friend at a cafe. They sneeze. Without thinking, you say, "Bless you." It doesn't start a conversation. It's just a kind habit. "I forgot my pen." A very common sentence, especially in school or at work. It shows you're unprepared, but in a small way. Picture a student opening their notebook and realizing they can't write anything. They look at their friend and say, "I forgot my pen." It's simple, but useful. You're the best. This is a light, happy way to thank someone. It's more personal than just thanks. For example, a friend hands you a pen when you forgot yours. You smile and say, "You're the best." It's friendly, warm, easy to use. This makes zero sense. A modern way to say, "I don't understand this at all." It sounds casual and expressive. Let's say you're trying to read instructions that are completely confusing. You stop, stare at the paper, and say, "This makes zero sense." It adds emotion to your confusion. Please do. A short, polite phrase that means, "Yes, go ahead." Often said in conversations or formal situations. Imagine someone says, "Can I explain it?" And you reply, "Please do." It shows interest and permission, calm and respectful. That was just one day, one ordinary person, one simple routine filled with missed alarms, small talks, spilled coffee, and quiet laughter. But even in days like this, days that feel normal, uneventful, language is everywhere. In a look across the room, in a quiet "thank you" on the bus, in a laugh over lunch, in the small, everyday phrases we say without thinking. And that's where real English lives. Not in the pages of a book, but in movement, in messiness, in real life. So if you want to feel English, not just study it, listen again. Let the phrases settle. Let them live in your ears for a while. No rush, no rules, just rhythm. Let the words sit with you, softly, slowly, and we'll see you in the next story. We'll be right here, waiting.